Welcome to Study Time, a televised home learning program produced by Rwanda Basic Education Board.
Hello students, welcome to Entrepreneurship lesson. Today we are going to look at Unit 9, and it's all about quality assurance and quality appliance in the business. The lesson of today is going to be applying methodology in the business. I hope this word is not new to some of you. Even in Senior 4, Senior 5 lessons, you have ever met this word. So I hope you are going to at least participate in this lesson. Thank you very much. In our lesson's objectives, it is that by the end of this lesson, you should be able to apply methodology in your home back projects. I believe as Senior 6 students, you have got a business class at your schools. And in this business class club, you have been producing different products, and there are standards that these products must be having. For example, the size of the products must be good, the color must be good, and finally, the packaging materials that you use should always be of good quality. So, this lesson will help you so much to make sure that whatever you produce always meets the standards, and that leads to quality. You believe that all customers want to have good quality products, or else if your products don't meet quality standards, then they cannot come back to buy products. And this is why we are saying from today, after getting this lesson, you will be able to apply the knowledge, and this knowledge will be so much important when it comes to production of goods and services, whether you are still at school, in your business club, or after schools. You will be able to create projects. You know, in today's world, we have to be innovative and creative. Thank you very much. Let's go to the next. First of all, we have got 3 words which are so much important to understand. The first word is quality. As you all know, quality is what all customers want in a product. For example, if you want to buy a dress or a trouser, what qualities do you look from that product? The best answers would be you would want to have the best size, the best color. Otherwise, poor quality products, you can't buy it. So when we talk of quality, we are trying to mean how does the product satisfy the customer's needs? That is term number 1. Term number 2 is about quality compliance. This is all about making sure that the standards set by regulatory bodies like Rwanda Standards Board are met. Or else, if you produce products where the quality standards are not met, first of all, your products will be dismissed from the market, and of course, that will lead to business failure. So what do you do? Before you start any business, you have to make sure that Rwanda Standards Board gives you the certificate to prove that whatever you are going to produce is not harmful to the consumers. And if you look here, this is Rwanda Standards Board. What is it responsible for? It is responsible for making sure that whatever product is being produced in Rwanda or whatever product comes from outside Rwanda, it has to meet some standards. And when I talk of standards, I mean in terms of size, in terms of quality, and you must always make sure that it has got expiry dates. Otherwise, if you don't get that certificate, automatically your products will not be allowed in the market. So this is Rwanda Standards Board. As you see it, it is responsible for satisfying products in order to access the market. And when we talk of quality, it covers different things. First of all, the materials that you use to produce, how long can it be able to spend. For example, if you use poor products, the products will expire very quickly. And we have some of the materials or tools. One of the tools is the beam balance. This is the electronic one. This one is the old model. And as you see here, you can bring a product or a commodity, you put it here, then the weight can be shown here. So these are some of the tools that are used to measure the quality, the quantity of the product. Our next term here is about quality assurance. As I've told you before, in your business club, you have got different products that you produce, and these products must meet quality and other standards set by the Rwanda Standards Board. For example, we have to make sure that the size is the best, the materials used are the best, it must be not contaminated with any germs. That means that you have got different ways or measures you can put in place to make sure that that quality is maintained. And that's about quality assurance. Then, quality assurance can also be defined as making sure that the products you produce do not get damaged. For example, when we are producing the goods, you have to deliver them to the consumers during the way. They can be contaminated. For example, when they expose it to too much sunshine, rainfall, that one can bring damage to the products. And finally, it can be dangerous when it reaches to the market. So that is what we can talk about, quality assurance. Students have got here a simple activity, and you try to brainstorm, try to think about it, and you give me the answers. Question number 1, it goes like, what is meteorology? Yeah, class. We have got a possible solution, but you can just define it in your own way. First of all, metrology is the science of precision measurement that includes measurement of quantities, length, depth, and angles of related products. When we talk of quantity, it means that there is a limited range of products. For example, 10 kilograms, 5 kilograms, 50. This means that whenever you want to sell something, you must make sure that you have the right quantity, or else Rwanda Standards Board will come and see the kind of tools you are using, for example, the MIB balance. If it is not the right one, then you will be fined. Thank you very much. Students, here is another question for you. What kind of measurements do your own products in the business club have, and how important are they? I'm very sure that when you are producing products, you have to make sure that you take good measurements. That is size. And when you are packaging them, you must make sure that you use a sizable packaging material, and that size packaging material must have indications showing that this is, for example, 2 kilograms, 3 kilograms. You also have to indicate the expiry dates. So the measurements you should take is about length of the product, a quantity of the product. You can name them. Thank you very much, students. Then, why do we need to have measurements? First of all, if you don't measure, you are likely to produce too much. Okay, students, we have different reasons for making measurements in any product. One is that we want to meet customers' tastes and preferences. Different customers need different sizes, and they differ different tastes. For example, one customer wants a big sized bread, another one wants a smaller sized bread. So if you look at the behaviors of the customers, you first make sure that you produce different sizes according to different customers. For example, young people would like to have fitting clothes, which is different from old-aged people. So that's why we should always take measurements, make sure that each customer gets a product which fits his or her preferences. Number two, we take measurements because we want to protect the lives of people. For example, if we use a lot of ingredients, the product might become harmful. For example, if you are producing a liquid soap, you make sure that the materials used or the ingredients used are not too much. Otherwise, it can destroy the lives of the people. Another reason why we should have metrology in a business is that we want to have a competitive product. You know, we have different markets both in Rwanda and outside Rwanda. So here, if you don't take good measurements, it means that your customers may not like your product because different businessmen have got different goods with different quantities in terms of size and in different of colors. So here, you make sure that you apply metrology to make sure that you don't produce poor quality products, which finally may lead to lack of customers. Thank you, students. Let's look at roles or importances of accurate measurements. As an entrepreneurship student, how is it important to have metrology in your business? And number one is that you want to make sure that there is safety. What do we mean there? If you don't do good measurements, you are likely to produce goods with excessive ingredients, which are likely to cause danger to the people. For example, if we have a restaurant and we are preparing food, then you put there a lot of salt. Of course, customers won't take it, or else if they take it, it becomes harmful to their health. Reason number 2 of why you should apply accurate measurement is that we want to protect customers from being exploited. RSB, or Rwanda Standards Board, makes sure that all goods meet standards. For example, you shouldn't overcharge people when in actual sense the quantity is too less, or it is not too much, or it doesn't apply. For example, if it is 1 kilogram, it should be 1 kilogram. If you use packaging materials and you write there 1 kilogram, when in actual sense it is not 1 kilogram, that means you are exploiting the consumers. You are cheating them. Number next, accurate measurements reduces wastage. For example, if you don't measure the materials you are going to use, there will be a problem. You can produce a lot which is not needed by the consumers. Or, for example, if you are producing bread, you may end up putting there a lot of sugar. And if customers come and find that the bread contains a lot of sugar, of course, they will neglect the product. What you do, it means that they won't buy, and your goods may be they may not compete. And finally, they have to be thrown away, and that is wastage of time and wastage of resources. Next point is that accurate measurements stops businessmen from exposing harmful products. You know, when you use too much ingredients and products goes bad, they have to be exposed somewhere, maybe in the environment, and that one becomes too much harmful to the environment. And students know environment is too much important for any economy to survive. Then next, the reason why we should always have accurate measurements is that Rwanda Standards Board have got standards which must be followed or which must be acquired. For example, when we are bringing goods in Rwanda, they must not be contaminated, they must be packaged well. So, if you don't make accurate measurements, here it means that you will produce goods once RSB comes and find that these goods do not meet the requirements. Of course, they will not allow your products to go to the market. Our next point is about it builds good image of the business. Take an example, you produced a product, but that product is of poor quality in terms of size, in terms of color. Do you think customers will come to buy again? Of course, no. So what will they tell others? They will say, products from a certain company is of poor quality. Already, you have built a poor name. And that will finally affect the business operations. Then, another reason why we should always make accurate measurements is that we want to be competitive in the market. Let's be in Rwanda or outside Rwanda. Our goods should always sell and at a high rate. For example, if you don't take good measurements, maybe you are cheating customers in terms of quantity. When your goods reach outside Rwanda, of course, people will compare different products, and they will end up buying products from another country. That means here you have already lost the market. Next number is about it meets consumers' preferences. What do we mean here? If you don't consider the size of the product, you don't consider the color and the quality, it means customers will access your products, buy it, use it, and if they find that it is not satisfying them, of course, they won't back, your sales will reduce, and finally, the business may end up collapsing. Students here, there is a simple activity that we are going to do. Activity number 1, it goes, how does the size of the given product affect customers? Here, a simple solution for that is that whenever a consumer is not happy about the size of the product, maybe he or she finds that the product is too small or the product is too big for him, definitely he won't be happy. Next time, he won't come back to business. And that will reduce the sales, and finally, things will not go good on your side. Activity number 2, it is about how does the shape of a package affect the customer's choice and demand. Packaging is about how your goods are treated when it comes to packaging. For example, you can put it in a box, and you have to make sure that there is a name of the product, there is a good color, such that when the customer looks at the packaging of the product, of course, he gets attracted. If it is packaged poorly, definitely he cannot buy the product. And what will finally happen? He will not come back. Our next number, it is like, what factors do you take into consideration while apportioning different sizes to your products? For example, different products must have different sizes. E.g., we have different people with different incomes. That means if you produce a product which is too big, that means even the price will be too high. And that means all the people cannot afford. So if you are trying to produce a product, consider different income of groups. If it is a low income group, you produce a product that they can afford. And if it is for young people, there are things they like. And if it is for old people, still, there are other things they like. So when we are producing a product, you have to take that one into consideration. Another factor that you should consider is about the size. Another one is about the color. Different people like different colors. One might be liking red, another one might like pink, another one may like a white color. So always consider the colors that your product should actually have. As students, there is an assignment for you, and it goes like this. Create a methodology plan of how the products will be measured for your home back business. For example, here, after Senior 6, you should be able to create a small project at home. We started this one to get skills and knowledge. And this knowledge, you should always use it and create your own businesses. Otherwise, it shouldn't be theoretical. It should not stop from here. So try to make a plan, and you know a plan is all about how things will be done, what do you need, and don't forget that you have to go to LISSB to get the certificate in order to join the market. Students, Thank you very much. I hope next time you will be ready for the next lesson.